What's up, guys? So I want to share with you a little realization that I just had over the last couple weeks around my health journey. So for those of you who don't know, I know I've talked about it a lot, but I used to be 260 pounds and I really did not like my body physically. I was very insecure about it. I had a lot of shame around it. And what I did is I took that and I put it into a nice big chip and I stacked it on my shoulder and I got to work, and that helped a lot actually. I lost a lot of weight. I got stronger. I did CrossFit competitions. I got better at running. I took my marathon from a 4-hour marathon down to a 3:08 marathon. I did ultra marathons. I literally took that and I used it as fuel until I couldn't. And it came a time where I pushed way too hard and I got hurt. And I realized that I was using a lot of this motivation to get me to a place that I would never feel satisfied with, because it wasn't about the time, it wasn't about the progress, it was about running away from this version of me that I didn't like, this insecurity, this shame that I honestly had to make peace with. And I've been on a bit of that journey over the last little bit. And the thing that really reinvigorated and transitioned how I'm approaching my training and performance was finding joy again. And there was a moment that occurred a year ago, this is what reminded me of it, when we were doing the Sulphur Springs trail race and Will was running his first 50K, and I couldn't run at the time because I had what I thought was a bone stress injury. And this clip right here reminded me of the joy that I get from being physically fit and performing, not only for myself, but for the people around me. And that started this transition of moving away from using that shame, that insecurity to drive my performances, and move to a place of joy. And so what I started to do is I tried to find things and I would train for things that would bring me joy. And I've been on that journey. And as someone who is very obsessed with things and gets performance focused and has these goals, it's been a learning experience on how do I come from a place of joy but also keep a competitive performance side of things there, because I enjoy that too. And my biggest fear is if I gave up that mindset of like, I need to be that guy that's constantly performing and pushing and doing all these things, that if I stop that, I'd lose it. And that's not true. Since I've focused on joy and being happy and doing the things for me because I like them, not from insecurity, not from shame, not trying to prove to myself that I am this guy that I say that I am, when I'm doing it from joy, I actually feel better and I can turn up that dial when I want to, and I'm more clear on when do I want to do that? What do I want to do? Why am I doing it? And I'm sharing this with you because I know a lot of people go through this and I'm still working through it. But try and focus on the real joy and why you're doing what you're doing. Not to say you can't have performance goals, not to say you can't push yourself, not to say you can't be dialed in on things, because you can. But what is driving that? Because if it's coming from a place of insecurity, shame, whatever it is, it's only going to get you so far until at some point you're faced with a challenge where, for me, it was like, I literally physically can't perform anymore. I'm injured. What do I do with this? I'm ranting now, but it's just a realization I have. This is 3 minutes long. It's not going to do well on Instagram, but I wanted to share that with you guys. Dig deep, find the joy, keep going. Peace.